Straight ahead on 12 News, an industry of change.
I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but definitely see a lot of improvement.
Where you may be surprised to find a demand for workers. Then many reasons to give thanks.
I absolutely believe that this is divine appointment for us.
But first, a young man accused in a fatal park shooting learns his punishment. 12 News starts right now. A Brooklyn Center man who pleaded guilty to killing his best friend faces a lengthy prison sentence. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandra Renslow.
And I'm Mike Johnson. Deshaun Roberts accidentally shot 16-year-old Terrence Creamer last April at Brooklyn Park's Central Park. Renee Bonneau was in court today for his sentencing and joins us now with more. Renee?
Mike and Alex, the judge sentenced Roberts to 21 years, 14 to be served in custody, 7 years will be supervised release. Roberts' mother says this is a wake-up call for her son and his friends.
I'm just hoping that all the people that were there when this incident happened is learning something from this, is realizing that what they're out here doing is not a joke.
According to Roberts' family, Creamer was like a younger brother to Roberts. According to court documents, an argument broke out that April night in Central Park, and Roberts meant to shoot someone else but hit Creamer instead. The families of both addressed the court this afternoon. Both expressed sorrow and both expressed support for Roberts.
They could have just totally went a whole totally different route, but they in sort of a way, they still supported my son, and I appreciate that. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and I appreciate it.
A debt was owed to society. This was carelessly discharging a gun in a crowd in a public park, and tragically he killed someone. Now, it may have been someone he knew, it may have been his best friend. He still killed someone.
The family of Terrence Creamer said they will move on and urged Roberts to do the same. And Mike and Alex, in prison, he will have the chance to work towards getting his GED and go through some other programs to better his life. So hopefully he'll do that.
And how old is he?
He is 19.
Just 19?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Renee. When the housing boom went bust 5 years ago, it was the start of a long, difficult road for many in the construction industry. Some got out of the business, others moved elsewhere to find jobs. But in today's Business Matters, we find out now those skilled workers are back in demand. There's no shortage of new home construction in this Maple Grove development. But if you talk with industry officials, you quickly learn there is a shortage of skilled workers.
It's across the board. So it's a wide spectrum of trades that are difficult to find to perform the work.
At sites throughout the metro, there are jobs to be had in skilled trades like framing, carpentry, plumbing, and mechanicals. New home construction is on the rise, up 43% in the metro in 2012. But the construction industry is still dealing with an image problem from 2008.
What's happened the last 5 years with building being down 80%, a lot of people realize their dad or their uncle or brother lost a job in the trades or their pay went down and they didn't go into those trades. So the pipeline for people coming through there is very dry.
In some cases, the need for skilled trade workers is slowing down the construction process by 3 to 4 weeks, according to Morgan Bickle of Lennar Homes.
The challenge has been to make sure that we hit the date that we've provided our customers.
What we're trying to do is reach out and help these people realize that there's demand, the pay's gone up, the benefits are better, and there's a huge need for skilled trades.
John Zerbis says at his lumber company, the framing division would hire another 50 to 100 people if they could find them. It's why there's an effort underway at the Builders Association of the Twin Cities to get the word out to area tech schools and colleges that construction is coming back and jobs are waiting.
I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but definitely see a lot of improvement.
4,400 construction jobs have been added in Minnesota between October of 2011 and October of this year.
Brooklyn Park's fire chief is among those helping emergency workers in the recovery of Hurricane Sandy. Ken Perlman is in New York helping to distribute hundreds of portable lights and other donated supplies. And he says having a backstage pass to a huge disaster is a valuable experience.
This is as big of an incident as we've ever seen. I mean, this is by, I think, all measurements going to exceed Katrina. The experience and seeing firsthand where it is that the opportunity to improve coordination and collaboration. I see many things here that I can bring back to our own emergency operations plan.
Chief Perlman told us conditions there are improving, and the Minnesota crew of 13 hopes to be home for Thanksgiving.
Just as travelers get ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, here's something that may make the trip a little easier. The price of gas is down. 1 month ago, gas prices sat at $3.56 for a gallon of regular unleaded. Today, according to TwinCitiesGasPrices.com, prices are averaging around $3.24. We even found one place in Maple Grove, the Costco store, that was at $2.92. Of course, once prices drop, they usually go back up. Gas prices are up 3 cents from what they were on Sunday. If you see a lot of squad cars at Hennepin Technical College, there is a good reason.
The school has a new law enforcement center and a deal with Hennepin County for training. And today we got a look inside.
This is what we use here. It's an M4.
Hennepin Technical College's law enforcement center is a busy place as 350 sheriff's deputies make it through here twice a year to keep up to date on their shooting skills. A new additional range adds a real-life ingredient to the training.
So you can bring squad cars. We've done that before. We brought squad cars into the other range, and you can shoot around them. It's good training.
There's also a mock-up convenience store where officers can practice how to respond to robbery and disturbance calls. All this in a place where students are also taking courses in law enforcement.
I'm not sure that there's another partnership. For sure in Minnesota there's not, and I'm not sure about the upper Midwest.
It's a unique partnership between law enforcement and a state college.
We have a lot of partnerships with different agencies in the fire, EMS, and law enforcement area, but nothing as intimate as this one where they're actually physically sharing space with us.
The county came here for shooting range space when a fire destroyed the range it had been using for years in Maple Grove.
Look, out of those ashes created an opportunity for us.
The sheriff's office the size of Hennepin County might build its own shooting range. But Sheriff Rich Stanek says having a state-of-the-art training facility without having to travel is a good deal.
We save well over $250,000 over the next 5 years by coming to this facility and using their space. And that's a very good thing for the taxpayers of Hennepin County in these tough economic times.
School officials say it's a two-way street. The veteran cops get a chance to mingle with law enforcement students and vice versa.
They give us technical expertise and the things that they're doing that we're also able to share. Our students can walk literally outside as they're eating lunch and watch the sheriff's office conducting their own training evolutions.
And Hennepin County has a multi-year contract with Minskew to use the facility. Well, still ahead on this Thanksgiving week, why one Brooklyn Park family has one good reason to give thanks.
And later in sports, the Totino-Grace football team flies into the championship game for the 7th time in the past 10 years.
But first, your AccuWeather forecast. A life lesson played out at a Plymouth elementary school.
Students from 3 Plymouth elementary schools got a taste of what it's like to be homeless on Friday night. 32 kids from Kimberly Lane, Oakwood, and Gleason Lake elementary schools participated in a sleep out. While sleeping in fall temperatures is part of the challenge, putting together a suitable cardboard shelter was another.
Actually, the boxes are pretty warm. With the tarps around them and stuff, they get to be 50, 60 degrees in there with the sleeping bag. They're pretty good all night. We don't have not many kids ever go home. We've had maybe a few in the last few years.
This is the 17th year the Wayzata School District's child care program has done a sleep out. The event was expected to raise more than $5,000 for interfaith outreach and community partners. And we are told that 6 staff volunteers stayed up all night to make sure that everybody made it through the night okay. Well, the spirit of Thanksgiving came early for 9 local families this year.
Judges in Hennepin County finalized adoptions of 17 children in honor of National Adoption Day. But as Delane Cleveland reports, there are still hundreds of kids across Minnesota looking for a loving home.
Alea Bullock is a fun-loving, teddy bear-hugging 2-year-old girl.
Hold your bear.
And thanks to Jeff and Nicole Bullock of Brooklyn Park,
2, 3, smile.
She has plenty of reasons to smile.
We're at the mountaintop, I guess you could say. This is as good as it gets. This is awesome.
On this Saturday morning at the Hennepin County Courthouse, the mountaintop takes the form of Courtroom 3B, where a judge officially gave Jeff and Nicole the title of Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we're excited. We've had her for 8 months, so this is kind of the culmination of 8 months of paperwork and meetings and waiting periods, and it's kind of today, it's a huge accomplishment.
Alea is one of 17 lucky children to be adopted Saturday in Hennepin County on National Adoption Day.
Can you say hi?
But for every story of success, there are those still waiting for their turn.
At any given time, we have close to 800 youngsters in Minnesota who need permanent homes, and about 400 of those youngsters are in the metro area.
Hennepin County officials say many of those youngsters come from traumatic and unstable situations.
So these are youngsters who become literally and legally wards of the state of Minnesota.
Can you focus?
Some even have medical needs. Alea is no exception.
Alea's been through so many medical complications in her life. She was on the brink of dying 3 different times, and she was spent over 3 months this winter in an induced coma.
Yet, while she may have medical needs going forward, Alea will have 2 loving parents to help her every step of the way.
I absolutely believe that this is divine appointment for us, and that her being with us, like Jeff said, is truly a blessing.
It's amazing.
In Minneapolis, Dwayne Cleveland, 12 News.
Jeff and Nicole both say they'd like to adopt again, and if you'd like more information on how to adopt, we have a link on our website. You can go to 12.tv. She is so cute.
She is.
Still ahead, a place used to making adjustments develops a Thanksgiving tradition.
But first in sports, a familiar championship site. A local adapted soccer team wins state. John Jacobson has all the details when we come back.
The tables get turned a bit on Wayzata this weekend, and not the first time that's happened.
No, familiar to them from a year ago, and a harsh ending to their season. Wayzata and Eden Prairie, now part of the new Class 6A in football, and the 2 Lake Conference powers met in the semifinals, with the Trojans having won the regular season meeting between the 2 teams. Down at the Metrodome, the winner would face Lakeville North for the 6A title. The Eagles' Dan Fisher caps a 16-play, 74-yard drive with a 1-yard touchdown run to give Eden Prairie a 7-0 lead in the second quarter. And it was a lead they would not give up. Later in the second, EP quarterback Grant Schaefer looking for Zach Hoey. The ball deflects to right to Wayzata's Nelson Moen. Moen returns it out to the 17-yard line, but the Trojans can't cash in with any points. Later, the handoff goes to Eagles running back Anthony Anderson. He fakes a handoff on this play as well, but keeps it himself, and he'll go 10 yards for a touchdown, and Eden Prairie leads at 14-0 at the half. Wayzata finally starts to move the ball early in the third quarter. Jeff Borchard goes 16 yards up the middle here, down to the Eden Prairie 7, setting up a 1st and goal. But the Eagles' defense holds on 3rd down from the 10. Wayzata with a little trick play here, but wide receiver Matt Blanchard is tackled by Stevie Adams for a 5-yard loss. The Trojans miss a field goal try on 4th down, and Eden Prairie goes on to win 21-7. The Totino-Grace Eagles played for a spot in the Prep Bowl in Class 5A. Grace facing Bemidji in the semifinals, and the Eagles defense comes up with a big play. Carlton Jam picks off the Bemidji pass, halting a Lumberjacks drive. Grace is known for its ground game on offense, but watch the perfect throw here. A.J. LaPanta to Charlie Miller for the touchdown. It's 10-0 Grace in the second quarter. Third quarter, and the Eagles add another through the air. LaPanta connects with Miller again to make it 17-0 Totino-Grace. Fourth quarter, and LaPanta goes downfield this time and sneaks it in to Lance Bennick, who hauls it in, heads upfield, breaking a couple of tackles on the way to the end zone for a 54-yard scoring play, and it's 23-0 Eagles. Curtis Maddox helps to seal the deal with an interception as Totino-Grace puts Bemidji away 23-0. They'll play Owatonna in the Prep Bowl on Saturday. The state girls swimming and diving meet concluded over the weekend with great performances from several local athletes. The AA Finals Saturday night in Minneapolis. 200-yard medley relay. Rachel Whitmer pulls away at the end to win for Edina. Anna Petty swims Wayzata to second place, half a second back. In the 200-yard freestyle, Armstrong's Courtney Evanson takes second place in a time of 1 minute, 48.88 seconds. In diving, Maple Grove senior Lexi Tenenbaum is outstanding. She wins the state title with a total score of 448.35 points. Wayzata's Nicole Fontaine finishes third. 500-yard freestyle, Minnetonka's Amelia Schilling smashes the field, sets a new state record. Armstrong's Evanson earns another medal as she finishes third. In the 100 backstroke, Zoe Avstrus wins for Chanhassen. Wayzata's Emma Paulson is third, and Maple Grove's Erin Buck is fourth. Paulson also finishes third in the 50-free. Final swim of the night, 400 free relay. Minnetonka edges Chanhassen, but the skippers are later disqualified in 3 relays, costing them the team title. Armstrong finishes third in the 400. Edina wins the team championship with Wayzata finishing second. Now to adapted soccer, where a dominant local program took aim at another championship. The Robins of Robbinsdale Hopkins Mount Westonka in the PI title game. Jeremy Jost pass redirected by Mike Manson, 1-0 Robins over Dakota United. A free kick for the Robins by Jimmy Flores finds its way in for another Robins goal. Jost with a centering pass. Tyler Sarf will bury the hard shot here, and the Robins lead it 4-1 at halftime. Second half, Sean Johnson's crossing pass headed in by Sarf for his second goal of the game. And Charlie Whitmer is solid in goal, stopping the penalty kick here. The Robins win their 5th straight state championship. A younger team, and still one that got it done at the end.
All right, thanks a lot, John. It is one place where things are often out of line.
But we'll take you to a place in Plymouth which works to straighten things out. Coming up next.
And finally, got a backache? No problem. Need a turkey for the holidays? Well, they got that covered too.
Employees at Health Source Chiropractic of Plymouth offered customers a pre-Thanksgiving gift today. They expected to give away more than 130 turkeys at the Plymouth location. Health Source partnered with Olmsted's Fresh Market of Crystal for the turkey giveaway, which is something that has become an annual tradition.
Can't think of a better way to start off the holiday season by giving back, taking one thing off that checklist of things that they have to do during the stressful time than by delivering a turkey.
This is the 5th Turkey Day done by Health Source, and I think they'd like to see other people give turkeys like that too.
There's
Why not?
more to go around.
That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
Community Corner is coming up next.